Holy cow. Look at all these arrows and bolts shooting. Hey guys, how is it going? Today is the big day. Today is raids. I have been waiting for this day. Finally, I'm pretty excited for this. I'm going to be making this video day one. So um, keep that in mind. It is a day one video. So it is what it is. You're probably not going to find a video from anyone that's going to be in depth and super accurate and really good on day one or even probably the first week. So hopefully it is helpful. It may not be perfect in the future. There may be a lot better guides, but for day one, hopefully it's going to help you out and get you guys into raids and finishing the dungeons. So the first thing I'm going to go over is where it's at and just a few quick ways to get there, because it is a huge trek to get there. So if possible, it is nice to unlock a few of the shortcuts that you can. So raids is in the middle of absolutely nowhere. It takes forever to get over there. So here's just a few shortcuts to get there. The first one is the little minecarts. To use this, you need at least 65% in the Lovakang house. Once you get 65%, you unlock the minecarts and you talk to this guy. And you can buy scrolls. I don't have the option here, but there should be an option if you haven't unlocked the place to buy a scroll. Each ride on the minecart costs 50 GP, I think, so you have to have some GP with you if you're using this method. So to initially unlock it, you buy the scroll, and then you go to the place where you unlock it, and you give it to the guy, and then you can then ride the minecart over there. So I'll show you guys where it's at. So the minecart will take you, you can ride the minecart from any unlocked place to any other unlocked place. So here is the place right next to raids. So you just give the scroll to this guy. I would unlock all the spots. So I would go to all of these areas right here, unlock them all with a scroll, and then you can travel between each and every one. The second method to get over here a little bit quicker is to unlock this guy. You have to be over here to unlock it. Talk to the mountain guide, and after you talk to him, it should unlock this travel option so you can travel with him. And that's a little shortcut from right here over to raids. So if you use this one, you're still going to have to run quite a ways. You're going to have to, I think the fastest way using this would be to use this teleport to the lookout, and then run all the way over to that gate over there, and then use that shortcut if you don't have the minecarts. So I'd probably use the minecarts, but if not, this is another option. So to make a raiding party, once you're here at raids, there's the bank over there, and here is the notice board, or recruiting board. So it shows anyone that is recruiting. To recruit, you make a party, and then it gives you this little interface, and you can do preferred party size. So let's say if I wanted to do 10, I just type in 10. There we go. The preferred combat level, 120, total level, 1500, and you can either advertise it or not advertise it. People can join your team by just joining your CC, so if you're not advertising it, just have your friends join your CC and they'll be in your team as long as they're in the same world. Here, if they enter over there, they're in your party, your raid party. And if you advertise it, then it will pop up on this list. People can see it, they can click on it, they can see who's in it, click on your name, see your stats, all that stuff. And I think the raid leader is the only person that can kick people. So if someone joins, they're not 120 combat, I can go ahead and kick them, not let them in. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the notice board. If you don't have any friends or a clan to go with, I'd recommend going to a highly populated world, World 2 or something like that. And there may be an official world for this in the future. This is day one, so as of right now, I don't think there's an official world for it. So I'm just saying go to a populated world, maybe World 2, and see if there's someone recruiting on this notice board. And that's pretty much it. You can kill these little scavenger runs, or there also is a bigger form of them, but you just kill these things are the things that look just like them, but they are bigger, and you can get like supplies off of them. Axe, pickaxes, fishing rods, baits, secondaries for your potions, You just kill them, and that is where you get your secondaries and your skilling stuff in the dungeon. So for the tools for farming, these you don't have to get off the monsters. You just pick them up. There should be some by the herb patch. There is a old tools little pile, and you can take them all just like that. I don't think you have to rake it. It doesn't look like I have to rake this one, so I'm gonna go ahead and drop the rake. And you just basically plant the seed. It should grow in just a few seconds. So I'm going to go ahead. There's 3 types of seeds. There is the Buchu, the Noseiver, whatever, and the Golpar. So those are the 3 seeds. I have them written down here 1 second. So the Noseifer, that's what I'm going to call them. I don't care if that's right, but these are what you make overloads with. You need the herb from this, and then you need a ranging potion, a magic potion, and a melee potion. And then you mix this herb with those 3 potions and it will make you an overload. Then there is the Buchu seeds. With these you can make Ceridome Brews, you can make Super Restores, and you can make Prayer Renewals. In the game they're called something a little bit different. While I'm waiting for that to grow, there should be a gourd tree next to the herb patch. You just pick this, it will give you these little empty gourd vials. And there should be a water or a geyser somewhere nearby, and you just use these on the geyser. That should give you a filled gourd vial, and these are your vials. So this is what you're going to mix your potions into. So for herblore, there is 3 different secondaries. There is the Sicily, the Endarkened Juice, and the Stinkhorn Mushroom. You can get quite a few herbs. This is how many of these I've gotten so far. So I got quite a few. I did read a post from a JMod that has confirmed that the higher your farming level is, the more herbs you are more likely to get. I'm going to go ahead and make a Elder, a Kodai, and a Twisted. Other herb, this one you can make a Restoration, as well as an Aid, which is a Ceridome Brew, and then the so I have the Revitalization and then a Prayer Enhance. So this one is like a Ceridome Brew. This one is like a Super Restore. This one is like a Prayer Renewal, if you remember from pre-OC. I think it is anyway. I haven't actually tried it, but that's what it sounds like. It slowly restores your prayer. So if you watch my prayer, it's going to slowly go up. And then these 3 combat ones, as I was saying before, you can make an overload by using this Noseifer on any of these when you have all 3 of them, like so. And that will make an overload. So for this room, all you have to do is hit these things. You can stand 1 square away and just hit them like this, and you'll be safe from their hit. If you're on a team, it's going to be a little bit more challenging than that, because there's going to be tons of people hitting it. You're probably going to take some damage, but you can, if you are by yourself or something, you can just not take any damage by hitting them and then walking away. So it's pretty simple. You can only do damage with a pickaxe, and the higher your pickaxe, the better. If you're just using one of the iron ones that you can get in the dungeon, those are pretty weak, so I'd recommend bringing a dragon pickaxe with you. Also, I think your mining level does affect how well you hit, so the higher your mining level, the bigger boost or bigger hits you're going to get. So far I've hit 46, I think, on these in this dungeon right here. I haven't gotten this too many times, but in this dungeon right here I've hit 46 on that one over there. So I do have 99 mining, so that may be why. So for this room with the skeletons, there will be a few skeletons in here. I've already killed like 1 or so, and yeah, they pretty much just made you if you're far away. If you're close by, they can melee you, and they can hit pretty hard. Right now I'm by myself, so they're not too strong. Anyway, you just go through this room and you just kill these guys. It's pretty simple and easy. You just attack them. No special mechanics here really, as far as I know. You just attack them and kill them. For this boss, you want to kind of surround it or have 2 people in front and 2 people in back, as I just had. And then he'll once in a while walk over to this anvil and start hammering it, and then he'll like fire fireballs all around. You just kind of want to run around trying to avoid them. You might get hit. Sometimes it's a little hard to avoid them, but just try your best. And that is pretty much it for the boss. That's all there is to it. Get 2 people, or basically surround him the best that you can, depending on how many people that you have. And then just tank him and, yeah, try and kill him. So this is the gem rock room. This one is pretty simple. You're not going to really take too much damage. You might use some prayer, but that's about it. You can just protect melee, attack one of these things so it attacks you. And then you can just let it sit there and attack you while you don't retaliate, because you can't hurt it. And you actually want it to be white some of the time. So there are 4 crystals in this room. There is the yellow, the black, the purple, and the blue. And you have to bounce this light that is shooting off the wall somewhere. This room is like random, so it's not always the same. But you find the place where it's shooting out of, and then you can bounce it off these gem rocks like that. And you have to bounce the light into these crystals. So it's pretty simple, at least if you have a team. If you're in here solo, I'm not really sure how you would do this solo. I think it might be impossible, because you have to bounce it a few different ways. Like for this black one, I think I'd have to bounce it kind of like in a circle to hit it. Same with this yellow one, since it automatically bounces to the left. So I think you need a team for this one, as far as I know. It's still day 1, so I could be wrong. And as for the colors, you change this by hitting it. If you hit it with melee, it will turn red. If you hit it with range, it will turn green. And if you hit it with magic, it will turn blue, like this. And whichever color it is, it will turn the light that bounces off it into that color. And so for this black crystal, you want it to be white, so you just want it to not change at all. For the yellow crystal, I think it's blue. For the purple one, I think it's green. And for the blue one, I think it's red. I could be wrong on that, but if the color I said doesn't work, just simply hit it, try a different color, and yeah, that's all you have to do. So this room is pretty simple. If you have a team, you can bounce it off multiple little gem crabs and get it into the correct crystal. For this room up here, you want to pray magic, and this guy can melee really high hits. Then you want to have the rest of your team come over here and start cutting this meat tree while one person attacks this guy. And they should get this down to 0 health, and then you can go ahead and finish off this guy and the other one that is over there somewhere. Or you can also, another tactic I saw is you can bring barrage, and you can all just pile onto the crocodiles and try to freeze them. Just try to keep them away from the meat, because if they get to the meat, it heals them. So you can either cut it down or try and freeze them. The freezing option I think is a little bit more risky, but it would be faster if you can freeze them and keep them away from it. And that is it for that room. And then the next room is Vespola. So there's these little things down here, and you have to feed them with the little plant things that you get from these over here. So ideally, you're going to be having a team for this. I'm not even sure if it's possible solo. I don't know how to do this solo. So you'd have your team attacking Vespola while some other people like feed these things, like that. And then after a while, and you have to use range. So after you get her down to a certain health, she'll land on the ground. And when she lands on the ground, you want to attack the abyssal portal over there. And so after you attack the abyssal portal, I think she'll fly back up into the air, and you'll have to just keep attacking her, having your teammates feed these little things and killing that thing while she's on the ground. And that is pretty much all that I know to do for Vespola. Just do that and you should do fine. See, she just landed on the ground, and now I should attack the portal like so. And there she goes. She goes back up into the air. So now I think I should be attacking her, or it, whatever it is. And if I had teammates, they'd be feeding these things. For this room, there's going to be 3 things, each one attacking with its own attack style, I think. That one's melee, that one is range, and that one is magic, I think. And they'll attack for a little bit, and then they'll spin around like so. And basically the idea on this is that you want to keep their health the same, or about the same. So if I got this one down 20 health, then I'd want to get this one and that one down 20 health. If you don't keep them the same, then they will heal when they go down like that. So make sure to keep their health as close to the same as possible. I think that room is really annoying. It can be kind of hard to keep them the same if you're not using OS Buddy. If you can't see their health, it can be a little difficult. So up next is the Ice Demon room. So there's this little tunnel filled with trees or saplings over here. You want to cut some kindling. And if you're in a big group, you're going to want to head into this room over here, and then you're going to want to drop inventories and inventories and inventories of kindling. If you're by yourself like me or just a few people, it's not really that big of a deal. You won't need as much kindling, but if so you just come in here once you do have your kindling. If you're in a team, you'll want, I don't know, I can't say. I've only done this in small groups, but you'll want a lot of kindling. Just drop tons of it around here, piles and piles. You just have to try and see how much you need for your group size until you get a feel for it. It's just kind of you gotta try it and see what it's like. But yeah, once you have your kindling, you're gonna need a tinderbox. So if you don't have one, you'll have to kill those things for one. And sadly, I forgot my tinderbox, but you just click light on here, and if you have a tinderbox, you'll light the brazier. His health will start to go down, and as long as you keep it going, and that's why you drop tons around here, is to keep it going, so you don't have to go and cut more. Because if you light it, then you go cut more, then it's going to go out, and his health is going to start going back up. So you want to have a whole bunch just laying around here ready to go. So once his health is all the way down from the fires warming him up, then he'll unfreeze and he'll attack you. And he's a pretty easy fight. It's pretty magic. He uses like Ice Burst. If you just run around like this while attacking him at the same time, then you pretty much never get hit or frozen. So it's all good. That's basically all there is to it. Pretty magic. Run around a little bit if you don't want to get hit. If you do get hit, his hits aren't too powerful. And yeah, just kill him. He's pretty easy. That's all there is to it. For this room, once you get into the middle, this thing will pop up, go live, and he'll teleport you, and he'll hit a lot of damage, probably like within 1 HP of your max health, or possibly even more. So you want to play range, and I'm almost dead, so hopefully I don't die. So he'll go over to one of these crystals. You'll want to attack him while he's walking over there. Once you know which crystal he's going to, you want to head over to these crystals and start attacking the crystal. And you want to make sure that you kill the crystal before he leaves it. If he leaves it before it's dead, then he's going to heal, which is not good. So do your best to kill the crystal before he walks away. And when he does walk away, or when the crystal's dead, whichever one comes first, then you're going to want to start ranging him. And am I going to make it? I was a little slow getting over here, so I don't know. So then you just want to start ranging him like this, and I'm probably going to die. But I basically showed you all there is to it. You just range him. He'll go into the middle for a second, and then he'll start hitting for another crystal, and you just go to that crystal and kill the crystal and repeat. That's all you do over and over. Make sure he doesn't heal so that you get the crystal down before he leaves it, and that's all there is to it. He is deadly. You'll want a lot of supplies for him. He's one of the harder bosses that I've had. So have lots of supplies going in, and I have been hit a 107 against him. So even if you're 99 health, if you're in a party, you may want to brew up past 99 health if you don't want to die and lose points. So that is the tips that I have for that boss. So we supply up before the boss. We bring our supplies in here, make a bunch of piles of it, and pretty much brews and restores, and that's basically it. Before you go in, pot up and make sure your inventory is full of supplies, like so, and you're set. If you die in here, then because you can't leave while you're in here, so if you die, you want to go and grab some supplies from out there and then come back in to help your team. And if you get this little white thing like we got right there, you want to get as close to each other as you possibly can. If you see green things like that on the ground, then you want to move because those will pop up and hit you. Another one of his special attacks is he'll shoot like a little red or purple ball, and you'll want to avoid those because they can hit pretty high. So just run away from them. Don't stand in the same spot after he's launched that attack. Another one of its special attacks is like a little venom attack where it drops a bunch of venom or poison, whatever, and it should have a little message in the chat box. It's like dark red, so you should be able to see that pretty easily, and a bunch of poison will start falling. And what you want to do here is just keep moving around. You can't stay in the same spot, and try and stay away from your teammates as well because it will hit them as well. And another one of his attacks is like this little fire line thing, and I'm not really sure how to predict this or how to avoid it. If you get caught in it, there is a way to douse the flames. I think you have to use like a water spell or something like that off the normal spellbook. I haven't been able to douse them yet. I haven't tried too many different methods. There is a way, so I think it's a water spell, but I'm not 100% sure. So I just take the damage on this. It isn't super bad, and it doesn't occur too often. He's constantly turning your prayer off as well, so you got to make sure to check that and make sure it's on. In between phases, the ceiling will fall on you, or pieces of it, and so you just got to kind of run around and avoid the pieces. You can kind of see them coming, so it's not too hard. You may take like 1 or 2 hits once in a while, but it's pretty easy. So the strategy that I've been using with my team is to first take out his right hand, which would be to us the left side. Use magic on that hand. It is weak to magic. So take that hand out first. There's going to be 4 phases on this guy, so you're going to have to take out his hands, total of 8 hands. So take out the left hand, then move on to his right hand. And use melee to take that out. And with that, you want to watch out for when it heals, which I think it's only on the last phase it heals. It will have a little infinity symbol or circle symbol on top of his hand, and when that comes up, you want to stop attacking. If you do attack, it will heal him whatever you would have hit. And yeah, for the first 3 phases, you want to go in that order: the hand that's weak to magic, and then the hand that's weak to melee. But it is different on the 4th phase. On the 4th phase, you have to kill the 2 hands at pretty much the same time. If you just kill one of them, there's going to be a little health, there's like a timer bar, and if that timer bar reaches the top, then the hand gets revived at full HP, which is really annoying and really bad. You don't want that to happen. So how to avoid that is you get one hand down to really low HP. We usually go with the hand that's weak to magic. Once that's really close to death, but not all the way dead, then we get the melee one down to almost dead, not quite. So they're both really low HP, just about ready to die. Then we finish off the magic hand, and then we go and spec and finish off the melee hand, and that usually gets them both dead in time, and then we move on to the very last phase. In the final phase, it's basically just his head, and he launches out kind of the same attacks that he's been doing pretty much the whole time. It's pretty similar to that. It seems like I take a lot more damage here than usual though, so maybe they're just a little bit more powerful. And then there's pieces falling from the ceiling, which this is one of the parts that you face earlier on in the fight as well. But now he's doing it while attacking you at the same time. You just basically have to watch out for them. Don't stand under them, and they won't hit you. And that is it. Once he is dead at this part, that is the end of Ulm. Crap, I'm dead. Oh, no. Oh, phew. Dragon Harpoon, a rare. But I think that's probably the most worthless one. No way.